Good morning, everyone. You know, years ago, I heard a story of two good friends who loved baseball. You may have heard this story too. They were lifelong friends, and when they were children, they used to play baseball together. And then when we got to school, they played on the school team. They played in high school and college. They played baseball as adults. They loved baseball when they watched games all the time. And they just thought that baseball is the closest you can get to heaven on earth. And they would debate with one another. Well, do you think there is baseball in heaven? Do you think there's baseball in heaven? I mean, how could there not be baseball in heaven? How could you call it heaven if there's not baseball? And so they made a pact. They decided, well, whichever one of us goes first, we'll go back and let the other know. Somehow we'll let the other know, is there baseball in heaven? And years go by, and then one day one of them dies. And the following day, he made good on his promise. He appeared to his friend. He said, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is there is baseball in heaven. We play every day. Every day is a spring day. The fields are beautiful. Everyone's in their prime. They play. It's the most wonderful thing you've ever seen. He said, well, what's the bad news? Well, the bad news is that you're starting on Saturday. And whenever I read this gospel passage that we have today on the presentation of the Lord, I think of that story. Like Simeon, I think, has that classic good news, bad news. Will not die until you see the Christ of the Lord. The good news is you have now seen the Christ of the Lord. Bad news, well, I think we're done here. But it really isn't good news, bad news. It's good news, good news. Because for Simeon and for you and I, because Christ has come into the world, death is not the end. It is really a beginning. And even today, the Lord is presented. He's presented here in this church at Holy Sacrifice of the Mass, in the Holy Eucharist. He's presented in the sacred scripture, the word proclaimed. He's presented in us, in this community of believers. And one day, I hope to present myself to him in the heavenly kingdom. I think that's what we all hope to do one day, to see the Lord face to face in the heavenly kingdom. I think that's kind of the point of what we're doing here in some way or another. So I want to get to heaven, right? I'm not in a hurry, but what I hope and pray is that on that day that the Lord calls me home, whether it is today or whether it is 40 years from now when I'm 100 and some odd years old, that I will be able to proclaim as Simeon did, I'm ready, Lord, because I have seen your salvation. And so today, as we celebrate the presentation of the Lord, it is great. There's great call for celebration because the Lord has come into the world. The Lord is present in our midst. And that is good news, because we can enjoy life eternal with him in the heavenly kingdom. Hopefully we don't start today, but whenever the Lord calls us, let us be ready.